Okay, this was our circumstance card. We had the Page of Wands in the reverse position. And we clarify we get the Six of Wands in the reverse position. So this is definitely indicating that you were working towards a goal and you put a lot of hard work into achieving this goal or whatever this is that you started. You put a lot of work into it and it's just simply not manifesting for you. It's like you've experienced a lot of delays, a lot of frustrations, a lot of obstacles. You may even feel like you've just seriously hit a wall. And so the victory that you've been seeking simply is just not happening. But do know that when one door closes, another opens. Sometimes we're blocked because there's something better for us. We just don't see it yet. And also, I like to remind everybody all the time, we do have free will. And so we have the ability to change things. If you don't like the way things are going, you can always decide, look, I'm going to change how I think on this particular subject. And by simply just choosing to change your mind on how you're going to react to something or deal with something, that can completely change your destiny. You know, our brains are very, very powerful, more powerful than most people would like to realize. But we have more control than we realize over our circumstances. But sometimes we are denied things, but if we are denied things, we are being denied those things for a good reason. It don't feel good in the moment, but it is always shown to us at a later time. And then you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, see, if I had not gone through that and that not work out, then I couldn't have made it to where I am. So it just takes time. Okay, our focus card, which was Judgment in reverse. Yes, and we clarify we get the Nine of Wands in the reversed position. So the Nine of Wands, when it's in the upright position, this is you are prepared, you are ready to handle any type of adversity that comes your way. But when it's in the reversed position, you just are like at the end of your rope. You are tired of fighting, you're tired of battling, you're tired of trying to make something work, and some of you may literally have exhausted yourselves mentally, emotionally, physically. Some of you are just mentally ready to give up the fight. Like, why am I fighting? You know, I'm not getting anywhere here. But yeah, this energy, ooh-wee. You're ready to give up. But you know, ultimately what this card is saying is you need to take a break. You do need to take a break, and you need to rest and recuperate, because you've just been battling so long. And when I speak of battles, please know that, you know, these battles are, you know, I'm not talking about actual, you know, physical violent battles, okay? I'm talking about, you know, verbal battles, you know. Maybe you got a battle going at work, you know. Maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with the other employees. Maybe they're not seeing eye to eye with you. You know, battles like this, not so literal, you know. So, you know, some of you may be worried about something, and some of you may literally feel like you were let down by someone, and maybe you've been battling to try to save a relationship, or maybe you've been battling with someone, and it's like you're just at your wit's end, pure and simple. But I mean, you really need to just retreat, because you need to rest. you don't want this affecting your physical health, and unfortunately it can, because this type of energy is like a never ending battle. And you're just you're not prepared for that much battling, and some of you may just simply be lacking the stamina or the physical strength to see things through. Maybe you made a judgment, maybe you made a decision without all the facts, and you've continued to battle, and things are just not going your way. Maybe you made this decision and you've been let down by someone, which forced your hand in making this decision, but at the same time, you didn't have all of the facts. Yeah. Oh, gosh. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that energy. It doesn't feel good, so ugh. I can only imagine how you guys are feeling. Okay. Our Three of Coins in the reverse, which is the near future card, so 1 to 2 weeks out. Oh wow, look, it's clarified, and we have Judgment in the upright position. So to me, this is basically screaming that you need to make a decision, you need to make a judgment, you need to make a choice in regards to this skill, or maybe even this job, or it could even be a relationship. But you do need to make a decision and then go with that decision. So definitely, if you need to, take your time. Make sure you have all the facts. At least the Judgment card here is in the upright position. So you will make the right decision. But you have a choice to make, and it's got to do with potentially work or group type activities. This could be a hobby, this could be a creative project, or it could be literally work. But you have a decision to make. Either you may decide to go get some more schooling to expand your skill set, or you may say, you know what, I think that I just want to go in a completely different direction. Okay. Our Two of Cups. We have two clarifying cards. We have the Prince of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Okay. So, Prince of Wands. This would definitely be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type of energy. The Prince of Wands always brings us a major change, and a lot of times this change is very unexpected. And this could be simply moving. You may decide to move to a new residence. You may be offered a new job where you might have to move in order to get the job. But perhaps you meet someone here, but they're definitely going to bring you some opportunity. There will be a change associated with it, but it is a very, very positive change, okay? Now, I had two cards fall out when I was asking for clarification on the Two of Cups, so we're going to go with it. So we also have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So to me, a lot of times when I see the Eight of Cups reversed, I associate that with someone coming back. Someone coming back from your past. Or this could be you going back to someone from your past. More times than not, this was a relationship. Could have been a romantic relationship. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. This could simply be a friendship for you that maybe at one point you or the other person decided, you know what, I'm walking away. I'm abandoning this situation. I need to go see if the grass is greener on the other side. I need to find something, with more meaning. But when it's in the reverse position, you're going back or this person is coming back. So I'm feeling that for a lot of you, somebody's going to come back into your life And they may want to get back with you, or they may want to heal their friendship with you. And they do come bearing an opportunity. And it's a positive opportunity. Okay, bottom of the clarifying deck, we have 2 of Pentacles. So this shows that you have the ability to juggle and multitask between several different financial type of projects. So you can multitask. This is very beneficial, especially for money, especially if you have, a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. This shows that you do have the stamina and the ability to juggle those situations without any type of harm coming to you. Now, something I should mention is sometimes with the 2 of Pentacles, sometimes you may get some disappointing news, but do not pay attention to this news, okay? It's not going to affect you like that. So just, if you hear any disappointing news, let it roll right off your back. Because it ain't going to make you drop any of those coins, okay? You'll be fine. And some of you could be juggling 2 different people, 2 different, situations. And if that's the case, you're going to have to pick. Okay, we had our Devil card and the 5 of Pentacles. And then we get the 8 of Cups. So this is abandoning a situation. So maybe you guys have abandoned a situation, walked away from something, only to go back. And then we have the Empress, which is the Venus card, which is also Taurus. So the Empress, supportive women. This is also a good harvest. This is also, could be giving birth, especially with the Ace of Cups. So some of you could end up being pregnant or will soon be giving birth. But, this could also be giving birth to a new, creative idea, whether it's regarding your love life or whether it's regarding, your financial life and job. But either way, this is very positive energy. But you do need to be careful because this is a very karmic relationship and it can become a bit toxic. So you need to be careful because the advice of the 8 of Cups is you need to seek something with higher spiritual value rather than physical value. You want something that has spiritual value. And the Empress, you need to take care of yourself. You need to do what you know is right for you. And only you know what's right for you. So take what you want out of my readings and leave the rest. Okay, let us jump to the next one here. Okay, so we had our Page of Wands in the reverse position. We have our 6 of Wands in the reverse position. And then we have the Hanging Man in the reverse position. So this is definitely showing that you may have started something new. You definitely have a great desire to start out on something new. Maybe you're waiting to hear back on something. You wanted a victory. You've worked hard to get it. You've invested time. And for some of you, even physical labor towards getting it. But we're essentially blocked. It hasn't happened. And the Hanging Man is coming in and letting you know that you're trying to hang on to something that no longer suits you. It won't fulfill you the way that you may think. A lot of times with the Hanging Man in reverse, it's like we're stuck. Like we are trying to maintain our old image when that is not who we are anymore. There has been a big change within us, especially on the inside. And we are not the same person, but we may try to act like we're still the same person. But really, we're not. And so there's a need for you to just let go. The hanging man is saying you need to let go of this situation. Okay, here we had our focus card, the Judgment in reverse, which is clarified by the Nine of Wands in reverse. Oh, look at that. Then we get the Ten of Coins. So the Ten of Coins, you just need to stay positive, keep going, and maybe you need to, retreat, start to recuperate, and then you need to take on this Virgo energy a little bit, and maybe you should analyze the situation so that you can see what you missed when you made your judgment. Take time out from this battle because you really need to rest. And then you can analyze the situation, and then you'll see perhaps what you were missing when you made your decision. The decision that you made that you're still battling over. This could have been a decision about, your finances. This could have been about your home. This could have been about, a job or an investment. Yeah. Okay. So we had our Three of Coins. Then it's clarified by Judgment. Oh, wow. Okay. And then we get the Two of Coins for our advice in the reverse position. So basically, the Two of Coins in reverse is suggesting that we are trying to do too much. And that we do need to make a choice and decide, because we can't continue to juggle both of these. We're going to have to make a choice, make a judgment, and decide which one do we want to go with. Do I want to stick in this situation? Do I want to, get more schooling? Or is this just going to be too much? Should I just start something new? Okay, we have our Two of Cups for your outcome card, clarified by Prince of Wands and Eight of Cups reversed. Oh, wow, looky here. So, Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is like the hand of God. This gives us a new direction. So, this new direction can be one of a financial nature. And for those of you who may be starting something financially, like a financial business partnership, this is very excellent. Yes, very good. So the Ace of Wands, as I said, this is the hand of God. It's kind of like pushing you towards, a new destiny. So you can go down a new path, whether it's a new job that you want, or if you want a new creative career, or if you just simply want to go back to a romantic relationship that you've been in. This romantic relationship, in fact, will give you an opportunity, and this opportunity here will end up being golden. It will be very good for you. So yes, this opportunity, embrace the optimism, be positive, because this opportunity is very positive. It's a new beginning, and it's a beautiful one. Bottom of the deck, Magician in the reverse position. So, yeah. Some of you do need to be careful on what you're manifesting, literally. You want to make sure you're manifesting things for your own higher good or for others' higher good. But sometimes with the Magician in the reverse position, this can indicate that perhaps we do not have all of the tools and the supplies that we need to do a good job at something. And this can also suggest that you might need to look within. Yes, introspection. Go within. You may need to question yourself. Am I really happy? Is this what I really want? Is this what really makes me passionate? or is this just something that's for now? So you really want to be honest with yourself. But overall, the Magician in reverse is about us not utilizing our skills the way that we could. Maybe we don't have all of our information that we need in order to manifest the proper things in our life, but sometimes we can accidentally manifest something in our life that's not so hot, and we didn't even mean to do it. So, especially if you tend to be pessimistic and look to the negative side of things, yeah, that's something that you definitely would want to work on, because like attracts like. So if you're pretty pessimistic and negative, then you will draw situations to you that will bring more pessimism and more negativity. Like attracts like. So you can simply change this by choosing to change your thought patterns, which can be easier said than done, but, if you know that this is something you're doing, call yourself out and then make that choice and say, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to think this way because I'm harming me. And I'm not going to continue to do that. By simply changing, one little thing, perhaps the way we're thinking, it can change your destiny for the better. Okay, for Love Oracle cards, we have This Could Be the One. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Yes, this seems highly likely. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I'm betting there is. Oh, and engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So that'll be wonderful for some of you. Okay, yeah, looks like you got lots of changes going on here. But do be careful, especially, if you are involved in a, karmic relationship, do be careful. Hopefully the other person has learned their lessons and so have you, and then, then we can renew things and go in a new way, in a new direction.